I'm Nate G219, and this is The Help of Back and Better. Yeah, I know what it is. Another one coming at ya. First, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Hit that channel if y'all want to help out. Today is April 6th, going out about 6 p.m. I tried to record earlier, but man, I've been tired. This last week, been busy. As y'all know, a lot of bad weather, rough weather came across Midwest Indiana, or Northwest Indiana, the Midwest. It's all the way from the UP down to God only knows where. It's just been some bad storms. And when the bad storms come, power goes out, I'm called out on an emergency work. So that's just the way things work. And my main goal is then to get as much power restored as possible, and that means I got to cut a bunch of trees off the power line. So that's why I haven't been with you guys for the last week or two. Been extremely busy, and I apologize about that. But today we're going to be getting into a story that happened in Elkhart, Indiana. I believe happened in 2018, and a woman, Kimberly Dyer, which my heart goes out to her and her family. She was unalived, to say the least. And there's a lot to the story, but this isn't a story about three gangsters just cold-bloodedly deciding to do something. This is a story about people being fueled by meth and anger and misunderstandings and making the worst wrong choice possible. So let's get into this.
It's been hard on all of us. I think we feel worse for her kids than anything.
Yeah, we begin in Columbia City, where the torture and murder of a young woman is shocking to many who knew her there. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Powell. Linda has the night off. Fort Wayne's NBC reporter Jeff Newmeyer spoke to a co-worker of the victim who says no one should have to endure what police say Kimberly Dyer went through.
Jeremy Bentz remembers when 31-year-old Kimberly Dyer brought her children into Columbia City's bowling alley downtown where the two worked. Dyer was a waitress at Maine Bowl and at the 11th Frame restaurant next door. She went missing in October, prompting a Facebook post from the Elkhart County Sheriff's Department in early November seeking tips on her whereabouts. But authorities now believe by that time she was already dead. The Elkhart County prosecutor has charged 19-year-old Mario Angulo Jr. and 20-year-old Donald Owen Jr. with murder and confinement, alleging that she was tortured inside an Elkhart home before she was killed. 24-year-old Matthew Murzynski is charged with confinement causing serious bodily injury.
And this is the gentleman that I've been talking to. And the reason being, I don't just reach out to people that have done or are a part of some heinous crimes. I read stories, I watch stories, I take it in a whole. And he, out of the three, participated the least. And talking to him, you wouldn't even think that, damn, this guy did that? Like, I'm telling you, you wouldn't have second guessed it if he told you he was never in trouble or anything like that. You'd never second guess it.
She was energetic and she had everything under control and everybody loved her.
Beth Turner worked with Dyer at the restaurant for more than a year. Turner says Dyer in no way deserved to die in such an awful way.
They're ruthless. They can't have a conscience at all. And, they didn't realize that, she's somebody's mother and she's somebody's daughter.
Some of the main charging documents from the court system remain under seal, partially to protect witnesses in the case, but the Elkhart County prosecutor not holding back at all about the brutality of this crime. Prosecutor Vicki Becker maintains that Dyer was intentionally murdered and was burned, mutilated, or tortured while she was still alive. In a window at the house where she died, a picture of a gun with the...
So if you just heard that, she was unalived, burned beyond recognition, and if somebody just unalives somebody, it takes a true psychopath or somebody fueled by a lot of serious drugs to even have this in their mind frame, to have this thought of torturing a body or torching a body. Something's wrong with you, and or you're fueled by the wrong crap, and that's not reality.
Message, nothing in this house is worth dying for. Written on the garage door, the words, I'll find you. A neighbor said cars and people routinely cycled in and out of the house, and knowing now details of the murder.
It's kind of shocking that, yeah, they're outside my door and they have no idea.
It was a trap house in a nice neighborhood.
Somebody's going. It's, it's hard to process that.
Prosecutors intend to seek life without possibility of parole against Owen and Angulo and up to 90 years in prison for Murzynski, claiming the actions of the trio under Indiana's criminal gang enhancement allow for their sentences to effectively be doubled. Jeff Newmeyer, Fort Wayne's NBC.
All right, thank you, Jeff. The suspects are also charged with robbery and confinement in connection with alleged crimes committed against a Sturgis, Michigan man as well.
Yeah, guys, that's just a brief story. I'm going to be reacting to a much longer one. I'm going to have to cut it in at least 2 parts, if not 3. But never forget life's choices, guys. You never know where you're going to go. Started with a little party and, some of that ice, and it led into 3 gentlemen never coming home again. So, yeah, never forget life's choices. But hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that channel if y'all want to help out. And always remember, if they ain't hating it, you ain't making it. Peace.